Good day to you. My name's Peter Jordan. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about why was this website created. You know, I've had my own practice for many years, 20 years to be exact, mm, 20 and a bit years actually. Um, and I've been asked by many of my clients to make this available on a much bigger scale and in a cheaper way, that it is that many more can access. And you know, one of the big problems about those that have been sexually abused, is that they struggle to get a good income on them. And the real reason that is holding them back from getting this good income is this sexual abuse event, okay, or events that went through, and all of the negative side of the things that it is that you take on when it is that you go through such a traumatic experience. These are the aspects of things that override everything in you. And the result of that is that it holds you back. You can't perform at your best. And so the result of that is you don't earn the best. And so many people that have been sexually abused just are not earning their best. Um, if we could switch this for you, you will see is that your work, opportunities, everything that you're going to experience will change your life in every aspect of your life. And this is what it is that I want for you. Okay. Now, part of the thing that happens to you when it is that you are abused is that you become ungrounded. When you go through the whole program, you'll understand exactly what I mean by that. But because it is that you are so ungrounded, this also interferes in every aspect of your life, and it also interferes with your ability to earn on there. Because you guys work mostly, you work much harder than the average person, but you always seem to struggle in some way. So it is that many of you can't really afford one-on-one sessions, or if you do, you get low quality um, help. And that's because it's not that they um, can't, you know, the people that you go to can't do the job. It is that they're just not properly trained to do um, counseling on sexual abuse, because this is a very technical field, it's a very involved field, um, and it's a field that many struggle to actually work with on them. So that's one of the reasons why it is I have created this website. So one of the reasons, or some of the reasons, that it is that I'm using to construct this whole website is that I needed to find a way to make it accessible to many, because there's a lot, or there's a huge lack of information that is available in the marketplace, constructive information about how to overcome sexual abuse. It is there just isn't enough information around. There have been some really wonderful books that have been written about it, but they are extremely expensive and very technical, and it seems to fly over the head of many. So I've turned it into a way that it's easily acceptable and accessible to you. So I've also split it up into um, little modules so that you can work with each module, and each module has got its own small little price tag to it. And so that price tag for each module has been designed that it can fit easily into your budget. And if you only do one module a month, well, that's great. Then just work with one module a month. And if you can do more, well then, that's wonderful. And in the other videos about how to use this, I describe to you as to how exactly to use the whole website to your best advantage. So I would encourage you to go and look at that. Okay, one thing. So let's just chat a little bit about sexual abuse and why I have created this website. Okay, and then you can judge for yourself why and how do you think that you should proceed. So the impacts are, and there are many. Okay, and these are most of the ones that affect many, um, and these are the issues that would affect you. But now in the whole program I take you through is that these are the issues that we identify. I show you how to transform them, how to get rid of them, etc., etc., and then I start to build you in the whole process. Once we've cleared all of this rubbish out, we then start to go through a constructive process, building you one step at a time, growing you, and growing you to get you to be the best person that you can be. Okay? So let's look at some of the impacts or some of the negative things that affect most of you. And these are, number one, it is that you simply cannot trust, or you just don't trust the environment around you, or you don't trust your partner, or you don't trust something. But trust is a major issue and thing. One of the other things is that you struggle to express your feelings. And in the expression of your feelings, you think it is perhaps a weakness, or do you think that people are going to take advantage of you, or you think that there's going to be something negative is going to happen if I express your feelings. Sorry, if you express your feelings. So in order to prevent you from doing that, it is you like to develop an area around you that is that you like to control. And through this control, it is you make it safe for you. Another issue is that you guys have great difficulty in saying no and putting boundaries in place to say no. Okay, when it is that you have great difficulty saying no, then what happens is that people start to treat you like the doormat, and they will always use and abuse you in some way. And then because you're so used to this, you say, don't worry about me. I'm going to clean your shoes for you while you are treating me this way. So you end up pleasing people also, okay? The other aspect is that many of you people just want you for sex and not want you for who you are. Okay, one thing. Another aspect is that you become the observer of life and not the participant in life. You feel unworthy in this process. Okay, you feel unworthy or perhaps not good enough or even both of those things. You feel dirty, you feel ashamed of the thing that has happened to you. Of course, when things go wrong, okay, around you, as it happens to all of us, then it is that you feel that somehow this is your fault and you have caused it in some way. Now, when you've got to do all of this, that means you've got to work twice as hard as everybody else just to be seen and to be recognized. You've got to be at it. You've got to strive. You've got to struggle. You've got to do it all on that. And you've got to work really, really hard on things. But in the working hard, somehow it is that you find a way to hold yourself back, that you never step into the limelight. Because if stepping into the limelight means exposing yourself, and if that's exposing yourself, then that means that it can open yourself up to something. And that's where you feel unsafe. And so that's how it is that you hold yourself back. Now, another aspect is that you guys, because you shut down this feeling side of yours, okay, when you shut down here, then you go live up in your head up here. And when you live in your head, this is where you guys analyze and think and analyze down to the nth degree. One thing you're always thinking and you're always trying to understand, how do people do this, how do they understand that, how do they feel about this, how can they do this, how can they, you go on and on and on all day and all night. Through the process, somehow it is you doubt yourself. You're always double checking yourself. You're always checking up on you. Did you do this right? Did you do that? Oh, is there something wrong? Are they going to see something? Is whatever it is, okay? There's always something that you're doubtful about. This problem then flows into, or not this problem, the whole combination of all these problems flow into difficulties in relationship, and it often flows into difficulties in being intimate. Okay, and so it is that you struggle, and you struggle in so many areas of your life. So my job is to free you from all of this and for you to get back to the original you. Okay, now what's happened is that everybody that I have worked through over time, the person that I start off with and the person that I end up with, two completely different people. If you work through the program and you diligently apply yourself in the program, you will end up. This is how you start up. This is how. So this is the way that you start. This is the way that you end up. Completely different. Okay? And this is your divine right. This is your right to be who you are. When you change this and you become this, every aspect of your life changes. Everything. Your work environment changes. How you operate at work changes. How you operate with your friends changes. How you operate with your family changes. How you operate in relationship changes. Everything changes. Many have said to me that I had no idea that relationships could actually be like this. And yes, they can. And you can do that too. And this is my wish for you. And that is why it is I have created this site. I wish to thank you for you taking the effort to get to this stage of looking at this site as a possibility of something for you to do. Please take advantage of it. You deserve this. Please use it. Grow it. Okay? And more importantly, or not more importantly, when it is that you have grown and it is that you have seen what it can do for you, then please pass the information on to somebody else that has been abused, that it is that so it can help them. You know, 30% of all women on the planet have been abused in some way. They've either been directly sexually abused, or they have been molested, or they have been something. 30%. That means 1 in 3 of women around on the planet have been there. Now, some countries it's less, other countries it's much more. Okay, but it doesn't matter. The average works out 1 in 3. Now, the same goes for guys, except it's not 1 in 3, it's 1 in 5 of the guys have been sexually abused. So you can just see the number of people around that have been sexually abused is huge. So I would ask you for your support, and also thank you for your support for this. And please help me to help you through the process. And for that, I'd like to thank you. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.